Hi, happy almost Passover. I'd like to talk to you today about CHAROSET. There are only three foods that are mentioned in the first Seder in Egypt before the Hebrews left. We had matzah, we had the roast lamb, known as the Pesach, and we had moror, the bitter herbs. CHAROSET, the sweet fruit and nut relish, is not even mentioned. It's really a later addition. Wine was added to the Seder too, but if you're having Seder with certain family members, I don't think I need to explain that one. Some say CHAROSET symbolizes the mortar of the bricks, but if that was the case, it would probably be made out of chopped liver. CHAROSET is really something very sweet, very delicious. So there's another reason I like better about why we have CHAROSET, and that is because Judaism is about finding sweetness when life feels bitter. Think about how we eat the maror, the bitter herbs. We always eat it together. We never eat each one separately at the Seder. We always have them together at the same time. Always a combination of bitter and sweet. Bitter represents what we can't do. Sweet is really about what we can. And I think that's just a good metaphor for life in general. No life is completely sweet. No life is really completely bitter. So which is dominant for us? Do we find life mostly bitter with moments of sweetness, or mostly sweet with moments of bitterness? And it's not always dependent on our circumstances, but really our approach to life. So the recipe for CHAROSET is actually in Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs, which we read at services on Passover. In it, lovers compare each other to fruit and wine and spices, and that's CHAROSET. It's also often made with nuts as well, but if you have any allergies, just add dried fruit. CHAROSET is really the metaphor for the relationship of God and the Jewish people. Jews added CHAROSET to the Seder during the worst of Roman persecutions in the 1st and 2nd century. Their lives were bitter, but they chose sweetness instead. The commandment in the Torah was to have the bitter herbs, the moror. We're the ones who added the sweetness. Our connection to God and each other got us through some tough times and got us through with a lot of joy. And I think this is a powerful idea for the times we live in, and a great example for our children, for our grandchildren, for all of the next generations. Can we face our fears and our challenges and our disappointments and decide that life is sweet and precious anyway? Can we bring sweetness to others? There's often not a lot we can do about the circumstances of our lives, though if things are really bad, we should certainly try. But we can focus on all the good things that are happening even during difficult and trying moments. We are the memories of the future. May our memories be like CHAROSET and be sweet for generations to come. I wish all of you a very sweet and happy Passover.